Nicholas Batum, I'm sprinting back to the three-point line. I'm not worried about anything until I get to the three-point line. You're jogging. Stop. I should already be here right now. There should be no place for Anthony Edwards to go. Well, there is. The problem when you don't just switch right here. So now DeAnthony Melton's going to start leaning towards this screen early. It's a horn set. So now DeAnthony Melton's leaning towards this screen. Well, now Mike Conley's coming off this screen. So I really do need to, Marcus Morris really should be switching this. And DeAnthony Melton should be getting under and battling with Rudy Gobert. But this is an atrocious turnover by Daniel House Jr. But stop. If you're DeAnthony Melton, I'm not wondering about what's happening with the ball when it's across half court. I just got to get back. Now, Tobias Harris needs to be sprinting back too. But DeAnthony Melton, look at, you're staring at the ball as opposed to getting back. And so because you're not going to switch this ball screen here, now Tyrese Maxey's saying, I got to try and fight over the top of this screen early. Okay, so what happens then? Well, now Anthony Edwards just goes the other way. It's turnovers on Tobias Harris. If Naz Reid is going to come all the way into the paint to help because the Timberwolves are in their stupid drop coverage, then this has to be a cut because this is now a dunk if I cut. Okay? But instead, you let Naz Reid come in the paint to help, so now Tyrese Maxey has to pick his dribble up before Karl Towns commits anywhere, and then now this ends up in a turnover, and here goes Minnesota. Paul Reed does not need to gamble here. Now, Tobias Harris needs to get over here in the gaps, but, look at this gamble right there. Stop. Now, where's Tobias Harris, though? Okay? I got to be able to stunt and recover. It's a terrible possession. But, it's Nick Nurse, so it's a poorly coached team. That's why I was fired in Toronto. Why is Nicholas Batum not up here guarding? Why am I letting Anthony Edwards get in the paint? I have nothing but help. Get up and force him towards your help. What are you doing? So now he's in the paint. So now everybody's going to end up having to collapse. Insane. Again, no reason to backpedal if you're Marcus Morris. Robert Covington is right here. Now, it'd be nice if Nicholas Batum would get over, but I'm up here. Okay, I'm going to play up. I have help right here. I can at least force Anthony Edwards this way. I don't know why Batum's not getting over, but you're backpedaling. This is great defense by Jaden Springer right here. Again, Marcus Morris right here. Jaden Springer's literally doubling. Now, Nicholas Batum's got to be the one to rotate over here. Jaden Springer comes to the weak side of the floor. But if you're Marcus Morris, get your hands off Anthony Edwards. You have help. Just show your hands. I want to force... Anthony Edwards can't go anywhere this way, okay? But you got your hands on him, so now he's able to dribble out of that help. This is a terrible gamble by Nicholas Batum, okay? But it'd be nice if Tobias Harris would be rotating down to the three-point line now. Okay, yes, this is a terrible gamble. But why is Tobias Harris not down here in the gaps? It's all trash. Okay, the 76ers are doubling Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Why is Tobias Harris in the paint? First of all, he should be out, okay? And then as soon as this pass gets made, Tobias Harris got to fly out to the wing. Tobias Harris is standing in the paint for no reason and then is jogging to get out. Just everything is wrong here. The 76ers are in a zone, okay? Tyrese Maxey has somebody in his area of the zone. Paul Reed's got the middle of the zone. So when this ball gets swung to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, there's no one there. Okay, stop. So Tyrese Maxey's going to get beat. But Paul Reed has got to stay in the middle of the zone. Tobias Harris has got to be the one in the gaps here. Okay, stop. Tobias Harris up the line. Paul Reed staying home. So Tobias Harris isn't there, okay? So now that means Paul Reed steps up. Nicholas Batum's got to now take the middle of the zone. And Towns is going to cut back door. Okay, so you're in your terrible drop coverage here. Marcus Morris can easily... DeAnthony Melton get underneath and battle, okay? You can send a double team down there. Tyrese Maxey, Nicholas Batum are going to be in the gaps for Marcus Morris, okay? But instead you run your drop coverage. So Rudy Gobert's roll is wide open. So Nicholas Batum now, okay, I got to go take the roll. Well... Must switch. Tobias Harris switches, second ball screen. Marcus Morris switches. Let's see what the Sixers do. They don't even guard. What are you doing? The 76ers zone is a complete train wreck. Tobias Harris should be up here taking Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Tyrese Maxey stays home. The problem really here is that Marcus Morris has got to get low and battle and keep Karl Towns out of the paint right here. You're just stop. So look at this. You have Anthony Edwards wide open. Oh, and Marcus Morris doesn't bother to get Karl Towns out of the paint, so now he's catching it. There's no time to help. The Sixers are in a zone. Now, DeAnthony Melton's got to get over to the wing, okay, because Marcus Morris has to leave the paint to take Karl Towns. We saw what happened last time, okay? So Tobias Harris's got to get down. You're now responsible for the paint, and I got to keep Gobert out of the paint. Tobias Harris got to come over here and bat and get him out of the paint. He's catching this too low. It's over. There's no time to help. To keep your back to the baseline if you're DeAnthony Melton. First of all, I'm seeing ball and man, and I'm in the gaps. You're none of those things, and you're easily just going to get beat backdoor. First of all, Marcus Morris cannot be jogging back. You got to sprint. There's no reason Rudy Gobert gets ahead of you right here. So that's a problem. Stop. But DeAnthony Melton's got to play up on Anthony Edwards. Tobias Harris has no one to guard. So I should be able to force Anthony Edwards right into help. But you're backpedaling. Okay, no, this is a down screen. Paul Reed needs to get attached. I'm showing here for sure because Anthony Edwards can't be allowed to curl. You got to force him out. Or I'm going to switch. But I got to be attached either way. Anthony Edwards comes right off the screen and... Okay, the shot goes up. So first of all, in transition, could people that aren't going for the offensive rebound, could any of them just get back right at the shot? Okay, that doesn't happen. And then DeAnthony Melton, this is a reprehensible gamble as opposed to just guarding. Okay, so the 76ers are in their idiot drop coverage. That's why DeAnthony Melton's got to come in backside help. It's going to be late to get out to Shake Milton. But if you're Paul Reed, stop. You're in the gaps here. That's wonderful. But it is stunt, recover. It is not gamble and then try and recover. Why is this not a switch? First of all, Nicholas Batum is already beat before the screen gets set. So Paul Reed just needs to get up. Patrick Beverley's right here in the gaps. There's no place for Mike Conley to go. You're going to force him right into help. Okay, Nicholas Batum's fine on Gobert. If you're Nicholas Batum, you got to get underneath Karl Anthony Towns right here. And I got to get low and battle and keep him out of the paint. Like, Nicholas, you're not underneath Karl Towns. So he's sealing you already. Again, you're Tyrese Maxey. I want to be sprinting beneath the three-point line, and when you're playing the gaps, it is all I'm doing right here is like I'm just stunting at the ball to get the dribble picked up, then recovering. You're gambling at the ball and trying to recover. So again, the 76ers are in their moronic idiot drop coverage. Tyrese Maxey actually ends up switching anyway, so just switch now. And now I can get low, I can battle, I can keep Towns out of the paint. Tobias Harris is going to be fine taking Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He has help here if he needs it. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Who's coaching that?